760 101.1 FM. And good morning. We're glad you're with us here today. 9:44, 16 minutes away from the top of the hour. Jessica Clark is with us from the Care Center. And you brought a guest with you. Amanda brought a guest with her last half hour. You brought a guest with you today.
I did. I brought Katie Haberl-Thomas. She's the vice president of the board at the Care Center.
Mm-hmm. Good morning. How are you?
We're wonderful. It's good to have you in the studio with us again, Katie. Jessica, this is a very important time of the year, isn't it, for you and the Care Center, with Domestic Violence Month coming up, Sexual Assault Awareness Month coming up. You have a particular emphasis, though, on children.
Yes, we at the Care Center are getting ready to have our fall fundraising event, and we are working to raise funds and awareness about the kids in Indiana County that are affected by physical and sexual abuse and neglect.
Yeah, and so while that focus will be upon the entire month, the awareness of the fact that this happens, sometimes the kids can be something that sort of falls through the cracks, and we don't want that to happen.
Absolutely. At the Care Center, we work to improve the lives of abused, neglected, and at-risk children and their families. We do this by identifying the abuse, working to prevent it, as well as other intervention activities that we have for kids. And we do this by offering forensic interview services when the kids have been identified as being abused. Yeah. And we work with our partners. We bring the kids into a safe, neutral place where they can tell their story to a forensic interviewer in a non-leading way, and then we can hopefully help that family get the services that they need to sort of get their lives back on track.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me about the fundraiser.
The fundraiser, we're very excited this year. Katie Haberl-Thomas and Jessica Scharbaugh and myself have worked together to put together a food and beverage pairing event. And I have to tell you, this was Katie's idea, and it is awesome. I love it. Yeah. We're going to be bringing together beverage vendors, which I'll let Katie talk about in a minute, and we're going to pair those with hors d'oeuvres, and we're going to have stations set up throughout the room at the country club where people can buy a ticket and come in and get a sampling of a local craft beer or wine and food.
Oh, wonderful. Give me the date and the time.
This will be October 4th, which is next Thursday, at the Indiana Country Club from 5:30 to 8:30.
Okay. And to get tickets?
To get tickets, you can simply call the Care Center, 724-463-8595, or you can go to our Facebook page and just message us, and I'll be happy to get you tickets.
Beautiful, beautiful. Katie, tell me about why this event. What appealed to you so much about this?
This will be our third annual event. I've been on the Care Center board, I think, for a little over 5 years now. We started this event 3 years ago. This is something we look to do every fall, is have a fall fundraising event. The event really serves two purposes. One is raising funds, but the second is raising awareness. And even just in the past 2 years that we've had the event, we've been able to bring a lot more people on board. We receive more support throughout the entire year as a result of this fall event. So this year's event is a little bit different than the past. We are holding it at the Indiana County Country Club, October 4th from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m., and we are doing a local food and beverage pairing. We have 5 local beverage vendors coming in. We have Levity, Noblestein, Disobedient Spirits, Woody Lodge Winery, and Holiday Beverage. Each of those beverage vendors will be supplying a sample of one of their beverages, and it will be paired with a small bite off of the country club's menu. So we're excited about that because our goal is to have our entire community support the children within it. And so bringing in these community vendors to do an event like this is really kind of symbolic of what our overall goal is. The event is called the Community That Cares Food and Beverage Pairing. So kind of all encompassing there with the name. Again, tickets are $30 per person. I think it's a great deal for the product that we're going to be providing, and those can be purchased at the Care Center. Those can be purchased via Facebook, or you can just track Jessica or me down. We're happy to sell tickets to you as well, but it should be a great event. We're looking forward to it.
Now, when you have events such as this, and Jessica, you know this as well, typically you get people who have been to events like this prior, and maybe, have some sort of history with the care center. But I'm sure you'd love to see some new faces too.
Absolutely. I mean, we are always trying to educate Indiana County about what it is that we do. Mm-hmm. Because, we need to get out there. We need to let the county know that these kids that are affected by abuse, these are kids that live here in our community. They're not kids that live, someplace else where you don't know them. They're kids that go to our schools. They're kids that go to our churches. They're kids that, are here, our neighbors and so forth. And so I think it's everybody's responsibility to come together to support them. Yeah. And that's why we want to reach out to new people to let them know that this is happening. We're here, and we're here to support these kids. And I think if more people knew about it and knew the services that we provide, they would come out and support us.
Yeah. It wouldn't be such a struggle, would it?
No. And I will say this. We have had very good success with people who have come back year after year to support us. But we also want to, get out to new people and let them know that we're here. And we're going to have a lot of silent auction items. We're going to have a 50-50. There's going to be music playing. So it's also going to be a good time. Yeah. We want people to come out and enjoy themselves, learn about what we do, but have a nice evening.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That kid might be the next desk over from your kid in school.
Absolutely. These are kids that live on our blocks. These are kids that go to school with our kids. I can't emphasize enough that these are not somebody else's kids. These are our kids. Mm-hmm. And we all need to sort of step up to help take care of them.
Katie, tell me about your involvement on the board and why it's important to you and why the Care Center is such an important part of the Indiana community.
I'm the board vice president. I've been on the board, like I said, I think about 5 years. Mm-hmm. I just think it's incredibly important to take care of the children in your community. The way that a community looks after children, I think, is a huge indicator of what type of a community you live in. It's just so important. The Care Center's mission statement, part of it is that each child deserves to feel loved and cared for. And children deserve to be children and not have adult worries and be taken care of by the adults around them. And that's what the Care Center does. We are the accredited Children's Advocacy Center here in our community. So we are the entity that provides really the majority of support to children. And it's just so important that we do that. Happy and healthy and safe children become happy, healthy adults for the most part. So I think that investing in children now is investing in our community in the future for sure.
Jessica, what she just said about the role of the Care Center in the lives of children and in the legal system of Indiana County, it's very important for people to understand that a kid shouldn't be put into a courtroom and thrown into a witness stand the way that an adult might have to face an accuser or might have to testify in a court case. It's very, very, very vital that these kids be protected in those cases.
Absolutely. We provide a place for the kids to come in, sit down, talk to an interviewer, and do it in a safe manner. We record that. We produce a recording of that interview. That is then used by law enforcement, it's used by the district attorney, and it's used by Indiana County Children Youth Services. They use the forensic interview to determine the safety of the child. They use it to prosecute and press charges against the offender. And they depend on us to produce these interviews for the kids because they don't want to re-traumatize the kid. They don't want the kid to keep going to each individual entity and retelling their stories because that's very hard on a kid. It's very hard on a family. And also, multiple stories don't produce good results as far as prosecution is concerned.
Yeah.
So we do it one time. We do it in the least traumatic manner to the kid, and it actually produces better results for law enforcement and the DA as well.
it's a really tough situation to place a child in, and to be able to do it in this way.
Absolutely. And the other thing, too, is I want people to know is that our office, which we have located here in Indiana Borough, we try to make the experience as easy for the kid as possible. It's welcoming. The facility is warm and child-friendly. We understand that this is a really difficult time for families. And so when they come in, we want to make them feel welcome. And we want them to know that people care about what has happened.
I know that after that child has passed through the system, the case is finally closed, and they've moved on, and you get a chance to see them, maybe come across them just by happenstance in a year or 2 or 3, that you could see how much of a difference it's made in that child's life to be able to go through the system the way that they did, rather than something much more harsh.
Absolutely. I think the best benefit of this job is being able to see the kids go on and thrive and grow up to be individuals who can contribute back to society and who can be an investment for our community. Yeah. If we don't invest in these kids now and help them through what has happened, they grow up to be unproductive adults. Yeah. And I think it behooves us all to have responsible members of society.
All right, so the fundraiser is a week from today.
Yes.
At the Country Club. All right, one more time, give the details about how people can become involved.
Go ahead.
So you can purchase a ticket on our Facebook page or by contacting the Care Center. You can donate silent auction items if you'd like. I know a lot of local businesses have been wonderful about donating anything from Pens tickets to gift certificates for their services. We have a photographer who's donating a photo session. We have people donating food, gift certificates to local restaurants. So if you're a local business owner and you want to get involved with us, you can certainly do it that way. We have sponsorship levels, $100, $250, and $500. Again, if you're a local business and you want to sponsor, but even for anybody out there to purchase a $30 ticket is a huge help for us. Come to the event, learn about what we do. Maybe once you're at the event, there's some other way you'd like to get involved with us long term. That would be wonderful as well. We really just want to see a community that comes out and supports the event. We have enough room for over 200 guests, so there's no shortage of space for everybody to come on out. Yeah. Again, it's October 4th. That's the Thursday of homecoming weekend. It's from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Indiana County Country Club. Tickets are $30 per person.
Beautiful.
And we will be selling tickets at the door. So if you want a last-minute evening fundraiser to go to, we will be there.
Beautiful. Ladies, thanks for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
So much for having us.
We appreciate it. It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, AM 1160, 101.1 FM.